What's up? What's up? What's them? What's up? What's up? What's oh, put it down some. Okay. All right.
The following program has been rated M for minding everybody's business. Viewer discretion is advised because tonight we may discuss relationships that should have ended agree with legs ago, jobs that may be testing the limits of direct deposit, celebrities who clearly need a group chat intervention, and systems hoping nobody reads the fine print. This broadcast may contain strong opinions, unsolicited 2 cents, suspicious side eyes, necessary truth, and occasional outbreaks of blah, blah, blah. So grab your drink, check in with the Majesties, and prepare to laugh, learn, and mind the little business that may or may not belong to us. Rated M, because somebody has to say it. Welcome to the Majestic MJ experience. The following program has been rated M for minding everybody's business. Viewer discretion is advised because tonight we may discuss relationships that should have ended agree with legs ago, jobs that may be testing the limits of direct deposit, celebrities who clearly need a group chat intervention, and systems hoping nobody reads the fine print. This broadcast may contain strong opinions, unsolicited 2 cents, suspicious side eyes, necessary truth, and occasional outbreaks of blah, blah, blah. So grab your drink, check in with the Majesties, and prepare to laugh, learn, and mind the little business that may or may not belong to us. Rated M, because somebody has to say it. Welcome to the Majestic MJ experience.
I wasn't even on. Okay, what's up? What's up? What's them? Welcome back. Thank y'all for kicking it again for another night. Majesties, welcome back. This is Majestic MJ, a podcast radio experience. Welcome and thank you for tuning in. Now, I know you've seen my warning signs, so if you are under the correct age, this is not for you. Turn around and go to sleep. But we're still going to laugh. We're still going to talk about the mess. We're still going to get into the people business because that is what you came for. So our minds is and our peace and our emotional health are something that we don't talk about enough as people. Mental health matters, people. And if you did not know, March is Women's Month for all of that, and June is Men's Month for all of that. Do your thing and be healthy. That's one thing that we're going to talk about today. So our ability to keep And let me know, y'all, if y'all can't hear me. If the music is cutting a little bit too loud, but our ability to keep going when life keeps lifing. And that is the reason why tonight's episode is called Mental Health Matters. I want this conversation to be honest, comfortable, and real. Real, like Pinocchio. All right. Let me know if you are struggling to hear your boy. You know what I'm saying? Because we can do something about that real quick. Like that. So I want to know, how are y'all really doing, right? That is why we have these family meetings, right? How are y'all really doing? I have to make sure I stay on point and stay on time. And that's what you're going to do. Make sure I stay on time by doing this. Yeah, thank you. But every now and again, because each one has different. I know. Okay, so how are y'all really doing? Okay, how are you really doing? I ask that constantly because I want to know, right? Don't just tell me that you're good. Let me know how you are doing. If it's not good, I want to know that too, because you matter and you are seen. All right. So we got, trying to think if I want to just get right into the first thing or how I want to do it. I appreciate, give it up for Red Music Records, y'all. Give it up for Red Music Records. They stay on people's neck, and that's all I want to say about that, right? Give it up, like you ain't never gave it up before. All right. Listen, again, this is a Rated M show, all right? Rated M for Mind Everybody's Business. But also, if you are underage, take your leap, all right? You shouldn't be up, all right? Don't say I didn't warn you, okay? But anyways, since we're at the family meeting, on today's docket, we have RHOA Season 17 Reunion. We gonna get into it. We gonna talk about it. We have the one, the only, the Chris, the Brown, the Raymond and Brown tour that we have to talk about, which, because, by the way, Chris Brown and Usher have been, it's funny, it's interesting because if you go back like 2 weeks, we was talking about it, and we were talking about it, and what I found interesting was that they both was in the headlines for different things. Like, so I'm not gonna pull it up on the screen and things like that, but for Chris Brown, he was in the media because he had this lawsuit, where allegedly his bodyguard's dog bit somebody, allegedly, and then, hey, if you just got in, Majesty, drop a crown, let me know you in the chat. But yeah, I just find it interesting that they both went on tour and they got like completely different like allegations surrounding them, because with Usher, we're gonna talk about it in 2 cent talk. All right, we're gonna get into it today. All right. So I want to know, what are you watching? All right. Obviously, that's going to be something that we have to get into. But let's go ahead and get on into the get on, because we are here. Wait 1 second. Wait just 1 second. All right, so listen, first and foremost, let me I'm gonna show y'all this video. Let me show y'all this video. Cause I wanna hear too. If y'all can't hear this video when I put it on, if y'all can't hear it, let me know and drop a little something to let me know, because I want to hear it too. So I'm gonna play it on my end and I'm gonna play it on y'all end. But if y'all can't hear it on y'all end, then let me know, because I can do something about y'all end. You got me? Okay. All right. That being said, let's go ahead and get to this. Let me stop playing with y'all. All right. Watch this.
During an interview, Portia returned the wish. Portia, were you surprised you received pride love from Shamia?
I thought it was shady, so I gave her like shade back. It wasn't like I was trying to like do what the fans were saying and calling her homophobic. I really wasn't going that deep. She shaded me, calling saying Happy Pride for sure the way she said it, because they were asking her,
way to say it.
They were asking her antidotes about probably most of her life. And for me, she used Happy Pride to so. So I just said it
But you
because
know what?
Happy Pride.
I can't hear.
They didn't just ask me about my ops.
I can't hear. That's the only thing, y'all, is that I can't hear it.
Because there was so much more that I could have said because we were in such a terrible
You
place.
thought it was like
So, 1 second, I'm
off.
talking to Andy, and when they asked about Portia, I was just like, Happy Pride. Hell, it was June, and I mean, you are in an open relationship.
No, it was not.
I knew it was. It was. People already saw. Anyway.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Pride
Like I said,
Okay.
she is openly dating
Yes, a woman.
a woman.
Yes.
Wouldn't that consider her being a part? You just said I'm part of Rainbow. You took a piece of cake from her, and now I gotta say it shady. It
You're
was
right.
not.
Thank you. I received it.
Thank you.
Sway recently went on a family vacation with you.
She took us on vacation.
Oh, she did?
Yes, yes. She
So what
actually.
does Sway do?
You want to go after that jet, right?
Yeah. I saw you on the practice plane.
Yeah, she took 14 of us.
14 of you?
Yeah, we're everybody's everything.
Okay. And again, how did Sway get so rich?
Sway is very rich and wealthy. Because Sway is a business coach. She has always had salon suites, and now she actually coaches and mentors other entrepreneurs. She also does real estate as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so she does very, very well for herself. So two boss bitches got together.
Do Dennis and Sway get along?
So they have. Dennis is a great guy. Dennis is a great guy. I'll say that first. But Dennis sometimes has a way to use social media in a way that isn't always respectful to my relationships, or sometimes
Just lying.
So I think that it's
Just a line. Ooh, that girl knows she could lie. No shade, you know.
For him to learn to respect a little bit more the relationship.
That's our head peach,
How
though.
are things going with your music career?
That is our head peach. That is our head peach.
Which for me is a big deal.
And there she go.
Bigger numbers, but for this to start off as just a passion project.
And that's just Drewzilla right there. She definitely got something done with her face. Look, y'all, go. Hold on. Let me go back. Allegedly. Let me see. Now, I'm gonna go back, y'all. I'm gonna go back and look. Watch this. So as y'all watch it, all right, just pay attention, all right,
For this to start off as just a passion project.
because it's very, it's ironic. See, hold on. See, I find it's first of all, it's very ironic that now all of a sudden Portia, because she don't need a storyline, like if you go back to season 16 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, you would see that Portia came onto the show. She thought that she was going to show this glamorous, well, she claims that she thought she was going to show this glamorous life, right? And then even when she did her intro video, she said, oh, Portia Williams is not joining Housewives. Portia Gubadia is in the building. Okay, that was cute. Now, when she got onto the show, she was in process of going back to Portia Williams because Gubadia didn't want her, and neither did Nigeria, allegedly. Sorry, just saying. Now, my thing is this right here. I find it ironic now that Drewzilla and Portia, now they can use each other for a storyline because now they ain't got no beef. Okay. Everybody, this is my unpopular, very, very, very humble and unpopular opinion. Me personally, from everything I have seen from Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16 and 17, I personally feel like I smell some fakery. I smell some fakery and I smell some overproduced. And you know what? I feel like everybody on that other side from K. Michelle, Kelly, Shamia, and Pinky, I feel like those are the real ones that is doing it a service. But anyway, I'm going on a tangent. I know. Let me get back. I just wanted to go back and show y'all how Drewzilla got this, allegedly got this face work done. She don't look the same, y'all. But I'm gonna show y'all in a minute. Here, just finish watching this.
Kay, what do you think of Drew's music?
You know, I go back and forth with Drew, but I don't wish her any bad on her music. Like, I really don't. I think she does have a nice voice. And I feel like, you know, her dedicating her time and getting in there, she could get a hit record. That's really how I feel about it.
Thank you for saying that today. It's very different than calling me a loser.
We're going back and forth about things that hurt each other. I know that that can hurt you, like that would hurt me. So I'm going back and forth with you on that. But I know how hard the music industry is. I don't have no malice about you and your music for real.
Well, I'm still confused. There was not a back and forth. There was just a coming for.
But that,
Okay.
All right, look. So, all right, I know that y'all seen that clip, right? So, number one, let me explain. So, this clip that y'all just saw is actually from, of course, this week's Housewives of Atlanta reunion, part 1. Now, this is not a clip that was shown on air on Sunday night, and it's also not a clip that was shown on Peacock next day either. This is a backstage, which is the reason why it looks a little bit, you know, like the quality is not the best, and that's the reason why is because on this the clip that I just showed y'all was actually exclusive. You know, it's not something that you're gonna find. It's a little clip that you're gonna find floating around. All right, let me just say that. Now, furthermore, as you can see in this clip, you see Shamia and Portia kind of having a little back and forth right now. I find it interesting that our Queen Peach, Miss Portia Williams, is not able to be shown on air like this or on Peacock, number one. And I also find it ironic that the one clip where it looks like that Shamia does have a backbone, she is not being shown. So I say that to say that when it comes to Shamia, there's so much that we're not seeing. And I think that when people watch the show, they give her a very unfair treatment. See, the thing is, when y'all watch her, when y'all look at this show, when y'all watch Shamia, I don't know where my girl at. When y'all go to the show and y'all watch Shamia, y'all not taking into account that this is a person that is actually good-hearted, from what I've seen. So, but in this week's Real Housewives of Atlanta season 1, as you can see, we got Pinky right here. Pinky announced that she is preggers. So congratulations to Miss Pinky Cole in my Cynthia Bailey voice. So Pinky is pregnant, and I think that she is 6 months pregnant, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, but she's set to give birth in December. So Pinky Cole is pregnant, and she is set to give birth in December, which, if you know that they are going to be filming the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 18 at that time while Pinky is pregnant. So if we're lucky enough to have Pinky come back, then we will get to see that journey of her being pregnant. Hold on, can y'all see me? Am I in the frame? Yeah, y'all will get to we will get to see Pinky pregnant, hopefully. And speaking of season 18, we got to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta Ultimate Girls Trip, and we also got to talk about thank you. Drop some crowns in the chat just because. So we also got to talk about Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. So the trailer came out and the official episode came out as well. So I'm not gonna lie, I tried to get through episode 1 of Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. No, baby, you lost me. When they got to Housewives of Atlanta Ultimate Girls Trip. I feel like the main people that's gonna make this show, like this 20th, roaring 20th anniversary pop, are the people that are going to be shown later. Like, they opened the show really good with Nene. We all know Nene Leakes, right? So the show opened with Nene Leakes, but then like after she did her little opening with, talking about Portia swimming in the lady pond, then it got to being about, like, the other people from, like, the other cities. And, that's no shade to them. However, I would be remiss to say that Atlanta don't have the culture and Potomac does not carry it on its back. And anyways, I'm going on a tangent. I want to show y'all something else as well.
A few weeks ago, I had a pressure report, and let me tell you something. hearing what you hear, but we chatting.
But are you all talk? Because I heard you had a lot to say.
Girl, I got a lot to say. Actually. A few weeks ago, I had a pressure report, and let me tell you something, Shamia. We both East Side girls, Decatur girls, Atlanta girls. I got a lot of respect for you, okay? And so watching you on the reunion, my thing is like, not even on the reunion, excuse me, watching you and your time on the Housewives, I'm so proud of you, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm like, God, Lee, you're too successful to continue to be dragged by these girls. Like, it frustrates me to see. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. I'm like, you're so accomplished, and you're happy with your children and your husband, and you have every single job in Atlanta. I'm like, she needs to get off this show. So I'll say that to you. I said it. Like, you need to get off this show, because I said she's an actress. She has so much going for herself. And I don't want you to ever be dragged down.
I think we're good.
I hate that. I mean, listen.
To me,
it speaks volumes.
She has such a pretty smile.
I got them bothered. I got them all
energy.
bothered.
I can feel.
And,
hold on. Actually,
that type of.
Real quick, I want to say also, so the thing about Shamia, now, I don't know, she don't have like a fan base name or anything like that, but if she did, I'll be one of the first people to sign up. Here's the thing about Miss Morton Mwangi, all right? She has a very positive energy about her, and I think Kelly as well. Like, I want to make this real quick. When I met Kelly and when I met Shamia, they were so sweet. I was actually going to, and I had someone with me very special. We were going to see the Candy show. I Did, I'm Done, right? Her one-woman show, which, by the way, was phenomenal and was phenomenally put together, and shout out to the DJ. But as we were leaving the show, that's when I was outside, just kind of taking a moment in. I did the whole thing. Like, I did I wanted to support, and I wanted to do the whole experience. So I did the meet and greet. I met Candy, and she was so sweet, super positive, super preppy, super cheery, like super everything. And then I go outside, and she's standing outside too. And then we see this like limo, this Escalade thing pop up, and it pulls up. We're seeing the ladies get out. Oh no, I'm sorry. Let me go back. So it did pull up, but that's not where the ladies came from. And when I say ladies, I mean Shamia and Kelly, right? So Shamia walks out and Kelly's behind her. And we like, is that Kelly? Is that Shamia? I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. Let me go over there and say hi. So we go over there, we talking to them. Like, it's just like a real quick conversation, but I could just feel, sometimes you just meet a person and you just can kind of pick up on whatever energy that they delivering, right? That's kind of the thing that I felt. So for me personally, I feel like Shamia gets an unfair treatment because of everything that goes into, being a reality star, and everything that goes into falling out with a friend on a reality show. And the thing about it is, there's a lot of people that watch this show with unfair expectations, I feel like, and you got a lot of the fans that they like to, when you don't like a person, which it's fair to just not like somebody, but when you don't like somebody and it's based off of lies or projection, or it's not rooted in the best place, that is what I kind of personally have a problem with. So if I was to say anything to my fellow RHOA, of course, Real Housewives of Atlanta viewers and fans, I want to tell you that when you watch season 18 and my girl comes back, Shamia and Kelly, and when they both come back, I want y'all to watch it with a better energy. Watch it with fair expectations, because there are things that y'all hold them to that your other faves have done and gotten away with. Okay, now I'm not going to specifics because I'm already going on a tangent, but yeah, let me go ahead and press play on this thing.
Pressure, anybody will create a diamond, right? Yeah. I mean, you sitting in your seat, you've dealt with some adversity. I mean, your first month here on the radio, I couldn't even really get to know you because of all the things that were in the headlines. I was looked up on my timeline, and it was like, she did this, she was this, and this, and I'm like, wait a minute, I knew you to be an Emmy Award-winning journalist, but all that was being overshadowed by the allegations that were put on you around this morning show. So let's talk about it. Do you feel like you should have given up this job?
No, I couldn't give up this job.
All that?
No, I could not give up this job.
So why should I give up mine?
Yeah.
That's another thing that's on my resume. That's another platform where I'm able to showcase to the world my daughters, my fashion, my fun, my faith, friendships, good or bad, you know. And I would like to think that I am changing somebody's life for the better, even with talking about fertility.
Yes.
You know, even I took, when I was here on this radio station, I was very open about my life, my daughter's life, my surrogacy journey. I changed lives, right? Sometimes there's a blessing in the messing. And while I am not liked on that platform by a lot of those people, I'm loved by the people that really count, where it really matters. I'm a real person. I am playing real life while these girls are playing TV. And I'm okay with that. Like they say, oh, Shmi, you got to play chess. I'm not playing that. I'm playing.
All right. So let me come back on here. Hold on. Yeah, so basically, y'all saw that right there. Shamia always, it just seems like, has to fight for her freaking, she be windmilling for her freaking life on this show. And I don't agree with the people that's telling Shamia like that she needs to not come back or that she needs to. Here's the thing with Shamia is that, and you know, this is definitely a Shamia fan page, whatever, because I love me some Shamia now. I'm not going to even fake the funk with that. But what I will say is, to be, you know, completely transparent, I just feel like she's always like got to like super explain. People wanted to say it's not colorism. I don't look at it as colorism. I'm not going to say whether it is or whether it's not, but I will say that she gets an unfair treatment, and we'll just leave it at that. Now, before we move on from Housewives, because before we move on from that, let me just show y'all this right here that fell into my lip. I'm sorry. Okay, so, and I'm not, no shade. Listen, all right. Here's the deal. You can't talk about a real body when you had to buy yours. You cannot talk about a real body when you had to buy yours. Now, I get it that the girls do stuff and they say stuff, but this part one of this reunion was very telling. It was very funny too. I laughed so hard, but you cannot talk about dropping it with Drew when everything that you drop in was bought and paid for. It was dropped off by the doctor. Sorry. Channeling my inner Kelly Potter. All right. So anyways, so when it comes to this reunion, let me know who do you think came the most prepared? Number one. Y'all probably gonna say somebody over here on this couch, right over there. And it's fine, whatever. I mean, and you know what? I do like everybody on that couch. I don't know how I feel about one person in particular, but I will say that Angela is, I think, I liked Angela a whole lot. Season 17 kind of showed me something different. I don't dislike her, but I just look at it a little bit different because how can you go so hard on how can you go so hard on somebody and be so hard on them when you're not even operating off of truth, you know? And even it got to a point where Portia and Phaedra on one episode was nudging each other on the bed like, girl, are you seeing this? Because the things that Angela was saying was not making sense. And she's talking about this whole Ashley drama about Shamia. But then Ashley's telling Shamia literally in the other room that, hey, my man has not done anything with Shamia. But then when we get to the reunion, which just aired this week, Angela's right here saying like, oh, what'd she say? She right here, what that girl say? She right here talking about some, oh no, this preceded you. And oh no, that was on the finale, but still, you get my point. Anyways, yeah, so I just personally feel like when it comes to this whole cast, they work really, really good together. I like that every single person on this cast has a person. So you got, because it was hard for me to keep up with 8 Peaches for the first time. If y'all did not know, this season was the first time we had 8 Peaches. And I feel like Angela and Drew is good. You got Portia and Phaedra that are good. And then you got Kelly and Shamia. And you got K. Michelle and Pinky. So, and then you got Cynthia. You have Cynthia. So, you know, that's all I gotta say. I feel like some people was trying to rewrite history. I'm looking at you, Portia. I feel like some friendships are not going to be repairable, at least not in the foreseeable future. And you know what? I'm sorry. I'm gonna just say this, and then I promise we're gonna move on from Housewives. So the thing about it with Shamia and Portia, I feel like Portia is giving Shamia a housewife treatment. She's not looking at Shamia as an ex-friend. She's looking at her as a peach holder. Like chick, if you want to do this, well, we gonna do it. Like. Like I'm not gonna back down, you not gonna back down, we just gonna keep on getting it. So I feel like that's kind of how Portia's looking at it, and that takes a lot for me to even say, because I was completely like not feeling it with this whole Portia Shamia. I felt like they were better than this, both of them. But I have to say that I think if I had to say anything about this whole beef with them, I feel like on Portia's end, I feel like it is very much like she's just looking at Shamia like a peach holder, not like a friend. So I feel like if Shamia was to ever, or Portia was to ever leave off of the show, then I feel like they will have a better, whatever. Y'all let me know, drop y'all on a scale of 1 to 10. Let me know who y'all think had the best clapbacks in part 1 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion this week that just airs every Sunday night at 8:30 p.m. and on Monday. Shout out to Bravo. And also we'll be on the lookout for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives of Ultimate Girls Trip. As it airs, we'll be talking about it. So moving right along. So we got the two boys that's been running amok on the stage. They've been tearing it up. We got to talk about Chris Brown and Usher, the Raymond and Brown tour. Now, here's the thing. And also, I see y'all dropping things. Kelly, okay, yeah, I know we moved on, but I actually feel like Kelly was the second best dressed, maybe third best dressed. I feel like she was up there, okay? She definitely is setting a standard. And with these new Bachelor ladies, because... hold on, we got to go real quick. We got to go real quick. Here's the last thing. You know what? Forget about it. I'm not even about to sorry and apologize. The thing about Housewives, this season, season 17, I want y'all to know, I wanted to say this. People recently was going in on Kelly, Potter, of course, talking about saying that she was not the standard and that she's, I don't know, whatever. So the thing about it is, when it comes to Kelly, she is the standard for this new season, this new era of Housewives. She is the standard. She is bringing the fashion, okay? Obviously, Portia has always dressed the way she has dressed, but we cannot take away from the fact that Kelly is setting new records. When let's go back to last season 16, and I wish that I had the graphics and the visuals to show y'all, but I don't. You just got to take my word for it today. So, season 16, Kelly was putting together events. She had the ball main. She brought it. Like, she had the whole ball main thing going on. She had, I forget the designers that she had, but she had the people. She was in the rooms, okay? So since we talking about who was in the rooms, Miss Potter is in the room. She's in the field, and they just like to discredit. So she's another one, not. Anyways, moving on. So Raymond and Brown tour. So it's been doing really, really good. The numbers have been really good. The only thing that has not been good is Usher's luck. Now, here's the thing. I like the fact that these two men are putting on this good show. They giving us something to look forward to. But the only thing about it is we got to understand consent. And we got to understand the examples that we set. Now, here's what happened. Usher invited somebody up to the stage, and the woman started like kind of, nah, I'm not really feeling you. Like she was kind of like making her little faces and like scooting back. And I think at one point she even said, like, allegedly, she even said, I'm not, like, no, like, and I think homegirl actually wanted to come up there and slide with Chris Brown. However, that's not what happened. So I want that to be an example for the young men that are, watching and that's looking up. Like, let's make sure that when it comes to consent, that you know how to say no. Now, obviously, Usher did the right thing. She got escorted off off the stage, and then he moved on to the next person. But just be mindful of that. All right. Now, the thing about the MetLife Stadium is that the show included more than 50 songs. The New York area included some surprise people, and it was more than 50 songs that they performed. So that was a very long set, but people are eating it up. So shout out to them. Chris Brown is a very, very, very generational performer, very outstanding, and the person that he looks up to, Usher Raymond, is also a very good performer, right? All right, we're going to go on a quick break tonight. No, we're going to go with All right, we're gonna go on a quick break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Keep it locked. We'll be back. Set your timers for 5 minutes. We'll be right back on time. Okay.
You can keep loving me silently, silently. You take the best and leave the rest of me, rest of me. I can't keep holding on to what we had. I can't keep holding on. You better make it last. Say it loud or let me go free. Half a love ain't love to me. I'm standing here with open hands, but I won't beg you to understand. No more waiting in between, no more living in maybe dreams. If you're here, then show me why. I'm done learning how to hide. Every promise hanging in between, all the words you never said to me. I read your eyes, but they turn away, like you're scared of what you might say. I feel you close, but miles apart. You touch my skin, but miss my heart. I'm tired of filling in the space where your truth should take its place. I keep reaching through the tide is loud, trying hard just to make you proud. But love shouldn't feel this one-sided, like I'm the only one still fighting. Every night I replay the past, wondering if this love will last, or if I'm holding on to ghost. Why you let go without a no? You can't keep loving me silently, silently. You take the best and need the rest of me, rest of me. I can't keep holding on to what we had. I can't keep holding on. You better make it last. You can't keep loving me silently, silently. You take the best and leave the rest of me, rest of me. I can't keep holding on to what we had. I can't keep holding on. You better make it last.
I'll acquire the world, piece by piece, year by year. I say everything makes sense when you finally get here. Bank numbers endless, attention endless, rooms full, still I pretend. But what does it mean? Yeah, what does it mean if I don't have you in the end? I've been chasing the light, trying to outrun the dark. Every wind feels hollow when you're not in my arms. Bank numbers endless, attention endless, but none of it feels true. So what does it mean? Tell me, what does it mean if I don't have it? I could have it all in my hands, still be losing you, and call this a dream come true, but it don't feel true. I keep climbing higher, still looking back for you. Tell me what it means if I don't have you. If I lose you on the way, was I ever really there? If success cost your name, it's more than I can bear. I don't need the world if it comes without your touch. I'd rather have you here than ever have too much. I could have it all in my hands, still be losing you. So tell me what it means if I don't have you. If I don't have you. I'll acquire the world, piece by piece, year by year. I'd say everything makes sense when you finally get here. Bank numbers endless, attention endless, rooms full, still I pretend. But what does it mean? Yeah, what does it mean if I don't have you in the end? I could have it all in my hands, still be losing you. They call this a dream come true, but it don't feel true. I keep climbing higher, still looking back for you. Tell me what it means if I don't have you. I've been chasing the light, trying to outrun the dark. Every wind feels hollow when you're not in my arms. Bank numbers endless, attention endless, but none of it feels true. So what does it mean? Tell me, what does it mean if I don't have it? I could have it all in my hands, still be losing you, and call this a dream come true, but it don't feel true. I keep climbing higher, still looking back for you. Tell me what it means if I don't have you.
Yes, yes, I am back. Listen, that was nothing but the devil. I am back, and we are back, and that was crazy. And I am being told I cannot be heard. I can't. Am I still? Oh, because the music. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Yes. Okay. All right. Let me put it on. No, not that one. Not you right now. Not you. Love you, but not you right now. You know what? Forget about it. We're just gonna do this one right here. Anyways, listen. I want to pull y'all back into a meeting real quick. Let y'all know something for 2 seconds. All right, just 2. All right, listen. We had a little internet. I don't even know. Just the devil, just being a devil. Cause we was over here having fun. But look, before we left off, we was just talking about the boys, the Raymond and the Brown tour and the boys. But now we got to switch gears, and we're gonna talk about romance and dating and marriage and breakups and intimacy and communication and boundaries and conflict. So I'm not going to make an example of NT1 because I did do that the other week. And you know what? I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I did not feel the best about myself. I was talking about a certain 2 rappers actually. And these 2 rappers were people that were trying to be private, but they just had a baby. So you can't really be private and you can't have it both ways, sugar. That's just not how that works. So we got to get into the people business though. That's just what we do. That's just how it has to go. Hold on. Y'all ever tried to find something and when you was trying to find what you was looking for, you just couldn't find it? All right. Enough of that, because I can't find what I'm looking for. All right. Okay. Anyways, no, actually today for this segment, for the people's business, I'm about to clock a few of y'all that have been on social media ranting and raving, because the most popular term lately that's been going around has been this term called an avoidance. Okay. That's the business that we clocking today. Okay, that's what we clocking for the people's business, right? Because I noticed that there's this thing in dating now where people, and when I say dating, I mean people that have been together for many years, people that have deeply rooted relationships. And I'm not talking about right now the people that are just getting into like 3 months, 6 months, things like that, right? I want you guys to walk with me as we talk about this, all right? So if you're dating, drop some hearts in the chat. If you're not dating, drop some X's in the chat. Okay. Now I personally want to know, should you just get to a point now where you accept that things are different, right? Should you just accept that things are different now in today's dating world, in today's dating pool? Because keep in mind, you guys, this is post-COVID, okay? This is the post-COVID world that we're now dating in. So the things that like stick out now, it's not normal to show effort. Effort is no longer sexy for whatever reason. And I don't know why, but that's not fair. And I don't like it. Somebody need to weigh in and tell me why it's like that. honestly. But that's something that I noticed, and it's not just the people around me either. It's the people on social media. It's the people on the TikToks and the people on the X, the Bird app, you know. I think that when it comes to dating, we need to go back to the basics. The basics is never gonna fail you. All right, I'm talking about some good old-fashioned courtmanship, good old-fashioned gentlemanship. All right, good old-fashioned hard work, okay, and relationships, right, and being healthy. Because why? Mental health matters, people. Okay, now I know that this is not the under the skin type talk right now, but in all jokes aside, when you are out here dating, take that person serious, because if you don't, someone else will. Now, there is like different dating apps that we have too, and I actually want to know which one you using. That's right. We're going to get up in your business. We're going to get up in your business today. All right. Drop in the chat. Tell me if you think dating apps are bringing us back, because honestly, it's taking away social skills, people. It's taking away social skills. I work heavily in the community, and I deal with the youth of tomorrow every day, Monday through Friday, when I'm not talking to you on here. Okay, and all jokes aside, they're losing social skills. Okay, social skills are being lost, and you know the reason why is because of all it. You right, you know, your parents was right. It's because of them darn technology. It's because of that darn phone. You are absolutely right. Because honestly, when we're spending all this time in research shows, okay, I don't have the statistics in my back pocket today. However, research shows that too much screen time is actually damaging for the brain, because guess what? The brain is always developing, okay? It's always plotting, all right? Just like a Scorpio is always plotting, always trying to do the most, okay? And because our brain is always expanding, if you're always into a pattern of scrolling, then that means that you're not socializing, okay? Social hours matter, cocktail hours matter, okay? So the next time that the holiday come, Thanksgiving come, Christmas comes, Easter comes, anything come, Father's Day, Mother's Day, I don't care what day, National Friday come, talk to the people around you. I'm not just talking about the people that you share a bed with. I'm talking about the people that who womb you came from, who room you share a room with. I'm talking about the people that you love, the people you care about. Get up in their business and make sure that they healthy. Make sure they being loved on the right way. Okay, that's what you need to do. And if you with me, drop some crowns in the chat. All right. That's all I really wanted to tell you for this part right there, because I like being nosy. And one thing I seen in the social media streets this past 2 weeks, actually, because we went some time without talking, unfortunately. The last things that I've been seeing is people been talking about avoidance, and people been talking about the apps, and people been saying why we can't socialize in person. And you know what? While we on the topic, actually, look, on TikTok, I've been noticing that we got people. Why do y'all be recording people? Like, y'all will be out in public, right? Boom. I open my thing up, my For You page. I see somebody help me find this person. I don't understand why y'all do that. Honestly, that is so unbecoming. Like, seriously. I mean, it's just, you know, like, do better. Because if you right there with the person and you talk about something, help me find it. Help me find. You was right there. You was right there. You could have had done it, right? Okay, so that's all I'm telling you. So don't be doing that mess, okay? Don't. We don't want to see it. Not in 2026. All right. Okay. Moving right along. Y'all tell me why. Hold on. Let me see. I want to set a mood. Do I want to set a vibe? No, we're going to set the vibe. We are going to be the vibe right now, okay? Because it is time to get into the village, okay? The village of the world, all right? Our literal village inside of our Majesty community. We're going to talk about parenting and co-parenting and family matters and local events and upcoming opportunities and what to be on the lookout for. Now, I don't have anything for you to be on the lookout for this week. However, we're going to talk about a little bit of things like parenting, okay? So one thing that has really stood out to me is this generation is very different in their parenting style than the generations that came before us. How so do you mean? I'll tell you. So here's the thing. So what y'all saying? So here's the thing. The parenting style has changed like dramatically, and I'm not even playing. All right, it's a problem, and I think that it's time to address it. Okay. When we talk about our village right now, it's become like a thing of a past, more so just like a philosophy now in 2026. But one thing about it is before it became just a philosophical quote, the village is an actual thing, right? So obviously there's people across the world that live in an actual village, like maybe Alaska. But in a place like this, I'm in the hometown of Atlanta, Georgia, okay? So here in Atlanta, and of course, obviously, you know, we have to look at the regions and look at how regions do things differently, right? Because when we talk about parenting, we have to account for the differences. Hold on, yeah. Let me fix my... Oh, y'all see my shirt? Let me show y'all my shirt. Hold on, let me show y'all the fit. I want to try it. The element of confusion. That's what I am right now. The element of confusion when it comes to the parenting styles these days, because I feel we've lost the plot, you guys. Hold on. Quick little break. We've lost the plot. We got kids going to school. Forget a bonnet. Like, forget a do-rag. They going to school in house shoes. All right. Okay. The standards, the expectations, like it's in hell at this. Sorry. It's in, you know, it's not here. It's not here on earth. Okay. It's not very becoming to show up to a place of education and have on slippers and pajamas. Okay. Back when I was coming up, when I was a young little sprouter, back when I was a little sprouter, I had expectations when I showed up to school. I grew up in that generation, and this is the reason why I have coined myself as the zillennial voice over here, right? On the Majestic MJ, because I came from this generation where things already had started to look different, but things were not quite different yet. You get me? Like, cell phones were evolving, but the plot was still there. It was still, let me make this call. You ain't get too much in a text. You ain't get too much that was going to keep you, you know, in the phone. You still had limited internet, you know, et cetera, right? So this all goes back to the village. Just walk with me, right? So when we look at the parenting and we look at, I'm a zillennial, right? Okay. Which means millennial and Gen Z. I'm on a higher end of millennial, but at like, wait, hold on. I'm on the low end of millennial. Right? Because I'm on the tail end of millennial. I'm on the high end of Gen Z. There we go. Okay. So if you understand what that means, then what that means is I experienced parenting that was still up to par. Right. My parenting that I experienced growing up, we were held accountable. You know what I'm saying? We were held accountable. We were held to be responsible. We were held to be productive. You had to get out the bed. You had to get out the house. Okay. Now, obviously, in that generation, there is a split, right? Where some of us still had technology, some of us still, whatever. We had our gadgets, we had this, we had that. But for the most part, you didn't really get to explore the depth of what it could even do because you was outside. The apps that we have now, no way. Like nowadays, just for comparison, when I was coming up, we went outside. That's how we made friends, right? On a school bus, at daycare, on the playground, in person, real in living color. Okay. Now it's like this whole other thing. And, just to bring it back from parenting and growing up to like having a village, there's a connection. If somebody in this village of a world that we live in, let's just use here in Atlanta, for example, if you send little Tommy to school and little Tommy gets in trouble because let's just say he violated the dress code because he's wearing a do-rag or he's wearing slippers, let's just say it's a dress code violation, right? Because that can be a hot button issue, right? Parents are going to come up there and they're going to condone it. Back when I was growing up, we didn't get sent to school like that. I feel like even your most lousiest parents, you still sent them to school with something. It was better than what we have now. And that is the problem. You got parents enabling their kids. They want to be your friend. They want to smoke with you. They want to chat with you. They want to play with you. I have witnessed some kids get in trouble, and I kid you not. Let me be clear. Let me be very, very, very careful what I say. I kid you not. There are some kids that get in trouble. They get on the phone with their parent, and then their parent is just like, "Oh, why you do that? What? You need to go sit down." And like, what is that? What does that teach a little Tommy? Okay, so, parenting is just one part of the village, but okay, what about the events? Because the events are not even popping the way they used to. Back again, when we were growing up, we didn't have we had back to school fairs, which, by the way, welcome back to school. School is back in session, okay? We're not in the teacher's lounge yet, but we're going to get there, okay? So we had events like back to school. At the events, we had people cutting hair. We had sponsorships. We had book bags. We had supplies. But you know what? These babies now are not even being held to expectations when they go to school because you already know that it's not going to be held at home. And it's just sad. We have to get back to the basics as a community and as a society, okay? And I'm going to make sure I do my part and my due diligence because I care that much, all right? I care. And I feel like we have to bring back the village. We have to bring back what worked, and we have to drop the bad habits. We are in 2026, and let's see, I think July was just the end of quarter 2. Yeah, this is quarter 3, August, September, October. Yeah, we are in quarter 3 of 2026. We have to do better. All right. We are way too close to 2030. Our ancestors fought to, we got to get back to the basics because we are going back as a generation, and without going, because we're not in the fine print right now. We in the village right now. We in a village. We not in the fine print right now. We gonna get there later in the show, but we're in the village right now. And the thing about the village is that we have to get back to building our communities and setting role models for our communities. Think about, and I know that this next person I'm about to say, y'all gonna be thinking, he talking, and it's a hot button person, but I'm gonna say it anyway. These person that did these alleged things, and I'm talking about the one and the only iconic Bill Cosby. All right. We have to think about the Huxtables. We have to think about how much media does influence. Media is a huge influencer, and we have to not discredit that when we look at the things that our kids are being shown. All right. So you see how it's all one big circle, right? If we can't have good parenting, we can't have good products of the next generation, right? If we can't have good products of the next generation, then we can't freaking have a good society. Okay. We have to do something. We have to do something, you guys. And it starts with us. Okay. It starts with the man in the mirror. The man in the mirror. All right. So, that being said, I gave my 2 cents, all right? And now it's time to go and get into today's mental note. And you know what? I'm actually excited. You know why? Because mental health matters. Again, if you were not following along, class, June is the mental health month for men. And guess what? Before that, we have March. March is the mental health month for women. All right. And also it doubles as Women's History Month, but that is beside the point. So today's mental note is that you can be functioning and still not be okay. What does that mean, MJ? Well, let me explain. All right. So you ever sometimes was like in the cycle where you were burnt out, or maybe you knew that you were getting burnt. Let me not use those terms. You ever got to a point where you were still in the cycle of going to sleep, waking up, well, eating something, you do it again and again and again, and every day feels the same, and you wake up, you're dragging your tail, it's taking you longer, things are changing, clothes not fitting, and you just got this mental fog that you can't get out of. That is because you're functioning, but you're not okay. And that is not okay. That's something that person to person, we have to do better on. All right. Now, I'm going to double down on what I said earlier when I said, when you have the next family function, whatever that might be, check on your people. Okay. Now that doubles for today's mental note, because again, you could be in the same room as family. You could be in the same, the same car, the same room, the same house, the same, wherever y'all spend time. Listen, you have to make sure that you check in on your people. Matter of fact, check in on your people, but this is the mental note. You have to put your own, for our mental note, I'm sorry. Let me fix myself. We have to put our own oxygen mask on, all right? You have to put your own oxygen mask on in order to help someone else. Now, don't become a person that is very complacent with where you are in life, with the way things are around you. If you don't like something, end the cycle, okay? And that can be anything. Obviously, that can be a relationship, whether that's romantic, whether it's familiar, whether it's whatever, whether it's platonic. But aside from relationships, if you don't like where you're at in life, whether it's career, you have to do something about that. You know, it's very easy to still be struggling mentally, and you're still going through the cycle. You're still getting up. You're still going to work. You're still driving home. You're still paying the bills. But what's going on up here? Because if you can't get it right up here, you can't get it right up here. All right. I want you guys to take a second and let that soak in. All right. Take a second and let that soak in. You can still be functioning, but you might not be okay. And that's not okay. Take a second and let that soak in. We'll be back in 5, 4, 3, 2.
You can't keep loving me silently. You take the best and leave the rest of me. I can't keep holding on to what we had. I can't keep holding on. You better make it last. Say it loud or let me go free. Half a love ain't love to me. I'm standing here with open hands, but I won't beg you to understand. No more waiting in between. No more living in maybe dreams. If you're here, then show me why. I'm done learning how to hide. Every promise hanging in between. All the words you never said to me. I read your eyes, but they and turn away, like you're scared of what you might say. I feel you close but miles apart. You touch my skin but miss my heart. I'm tired of feeling in the space where your truth should take its place. I keep reaching through the side is loud, trying hard just to make you proud. But love shouldn't feel this one-sided, like I'm the only one still fighting. Every night I replay the past, wondering if this love will last, or if I'm holding on to ghost. Why you let go without a no? You can't keep loving me silently. You take the best of me, the rest of me. I can't keep holding on to what we had. I can't keep holding on. You better make it last. You can't keep loving me silently.
I'll acquire the world, piece by piece, year by year. I say everything makes sense when you finally get here. Bank numbers endless, attention endless, rooms full, still I pretend. But what does it mean? Yeah, what does it mean if I don't have you in the end? I could have it all in my hands, still be losing you. They call this a dream come true, but it don't feel true. I keep climbing higher, still looking back for you. Tell me what it means if I don't have you. I've been chasing the light, trying to outrun the dark. Every wind feels hollow when you're not in my arms. Bank numbers endless, attention endless, but none of it feels true. So what does it mean? Tell me, what does it mean if I don't have it? I could have it all in my hands, still be losing you. They call this a dream come true, but it don't feel true. I keep climbing higher, still looking back for you. Tell me what it means if I don't have you. If I lose you on the way, was I ever really there? If success cost your name, it's more than I can bear. I don't need the world if it comes without your touch. I'd rather have you here than ever had too much. I could have it all in my hands, still be losing you. So tell me what it means if I don't have you.
There we go. Wait, why do I have? Oh yeah, okay. Thing that took me through the ringer. All right. So, look. That is a very good song, and shout out to Red Muse Records. Shout out to Red Muse Records as we approach our minding our business. Okay, they are one of the most elite record companies, and progressive and innovative and shining and in the spotlight and amazing and wonderful and spectacular. Yes, go check them out on Apple Music and Spotify and anywhere you consume and stream your music. Shout out to Red Muse Records, okay, for that lovely song and sponsoring our now playing radio portion of the show unofficially. All right. So, anyways, today's Minding Our Business. Y'all know what this is about, right? Y'all already know this talk that we're about to have. If you cannot hear me say something, don't just look like that right there, okay? Hold on, let me get my little notes back up on the screen. All right, so today in Minding Our Business, stop waiting until you feel ready. Sometimes we stand in our own way and we procrastinate longer than we should, and we also sometimes stand in our own biggest blessings by not jumping out there like Real Housewives of Atlanta's own Pinky Cole. Shout out to Slutty Vegan. You are making your way across the Majestic MJ line. Okay, so shout out to Slutty Vegan. All right, shout out to Red Muse Records for doing a fabulous job representing the minorities. Both are Black-owned businesses that are booming in the great city of Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, all jokes aside, stop standing in your own way. Now, when I say that, because we're going to get into the talk, all right? As I'm talking to you, and you a business owner, and you a boss, and you a beast, and you need to step your cookies up, all right? It is 2026. If I can do it, you can do it too. All right? So a lot of things that there's a lot of things that you can do to make money and make business boom for you. There are things you can do in the media, things you can do with books, things you can do online. Obviously, because we have nonstop dating and social media apps, which, by the way, speaking of business and speaking of social media apps, MySpace is thinking about making a comeback. Now, MySpace is one of those apps, you know, me being, you know, y'all favorite Zillennial, you know, family member and things like that. Excuse me, very unbecoming of me. You got to understand that MySpace was a very big thing for us. Now, MySpace came out. Let me put this up because I don't want to get y'all the wrong information. Okay, so MySpace came out and was a pathway before Facebook, before Snapchat, before Instagram. Okay, so MySpace came out. Hold on. Let's see when MySpace came out. MySpace came out in 2003. August, y'all. Talk about alignment. August 1st of 2003, and was created by a California founder, Tom Anderson and Chris DeWolf. So MySpace is a very, very, very cool app. Somewhat like social, like your Facebook, except you're able to do a little bit more. Now, you're able to choose your top people. You're able to leave notes on people's pages, and you're able to set like different backgrounds. Now, the thing that confused me when I was growing up was the fact that we had MySpace and we also had Bebo. Now, Bebo was way cooler, at least in my opinion. I don't feel like that. I don't feel like MySpace was better than Bebo. But y'all, you know, people be sleeping on that though. Like, let me see if I can like, oh, let me see. I'm gonna just show y'all like this. Hold on. I got you, friend. Hold on. Let me share. Okay. Let me share. Let me share. Let's share. Yeah, why it's not working? Hold on. Oh, okay. It was me. I was the problem. All right, so y'all can see what I'm doing because I can see what I'm doing. So look, y'all. So actually, Bebo looked like this. Let me show you. Hold on. So this was Bebo. And this is what it looked like. Now, hold on. Yeah, I told y'all I used to be confused because I came from, keep in mind now, I'm not a millennial and I'm not Gen Z. So Gen Z won't have like no recollection of none of this that I'm talking about. Millennials are going to have all the intellect, right? But what am I? Say it with me, class. Zillennial. All right. So I got a little bit and a little bit. So we kind of looking at this together. All right. This was Bebo. I can't really find out the best example. But let me see. This was Bebo. It wasn't really that cool to like. I feel like Bebo was cool, but I think here it is. Let me see. Look, y'all. All right, look at. So look, you can see right here. You can see it was the what's hot and the videos and the music and the diary, and it was way better. They should really. Okay, so I know that they bringing MySpace back, but I feel like Bebo was always that deal. That's actually, y'all know how you got. You know how you got Carnival. And you got Norwegian Cruise Line. One is one and the other is the other. MySpace ain't seeing Norwegian Cruise Line, all right? I said it now. Y'all could be on there dance with Luigi on Carnival if you want to. I'm gonna be over in Norwegian, all right? I feel like MySpace, let's look up MySpace. Let's compare it. Hold on. Let's come out of this. Let's look. Oh, look, y'all. It's still up. Is this it? Hold on. This is it right here. Don't sell or share none of my stuff and confirm my choices. Thank you. Look at, so on, this was MySpace. So look, if you just logging in, this is what we talking about MySpace. That's what we doing. Look, like, hold on. Oh, y'all can't see it. There you go. Now you can see it. What they got? Hold on. Oh, y'all, we was gonna talk about this a little bit. We're gonna talk about this a little bit later. We're gonna talk about Miss Grande a little bit later. Cause we gotta get into a few things with little Miss Ting Ting. But anyways, this is MySpace. Obviously, not very appealing. Let's look up Bebo. Can we get into Bebo? The last post. Look at the last post. Oh, it's coming to an end. I wanted to say that plainly at the top because Bebo has been through endings before, sales, auctions, quiet fades, and none of them were done properly. This one will be. It comes from me on purpose with more gratitude than I know what to do with. I ain't reading all the rest of this, but this is a letter from Michael. And this was Bebo. Neither one of these look that cool to me now, honestly. Me personally, I mean, I want to check it out and I want to see about MySpace. I want to see what there is to see with it. Because especially now we have all of these look at. So just from this little app right here, you can see like there is TikTok, we got YouTube, Snapchat, Thread. Look, that's a lot. Discord, Messenger. It's not even a Bird app anymore. It's the X app. And then we got Instagram. It's just a lot to keep up with. And I ain't gonna lie to you. If they get rid of some of this social media, y'all not gonna see some of y'all favorite people again because who got time to keep on making, and it be the people, the small people, the small businesses that it be the small businesses that actually be uprooting stuff anyway. So yeah, before we move on from this little talk that we had to have, again, shout out to the Red Muse Records. Shout out to the Red Muse Records. Shout out to the Pinky Co at Selected Reading. All right. So that was that, and that was hat. We have to go ahead and we gotta keep the show going. So anyway, go ahead and step into my lounge, because guess what? Guess what I'm about to say. I ain't even gonna give y'all no break. I was about to give y'all a break again. I ain't gonna give y'all no break because I don't even feel like we're gonna keep going. Anyway, so the teacher's lounge. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about this, because since we're talking about mental health, we got to go ahead and talk about what happens with teachers and their mental health, right? So welcome back to all of our teachers, right? Let's show some love. Let's go crazy. Let's show the love. Let's do the things. Let's do it big. Let's do it real big. Let's do it. Let's hit it real hard. Yeah. Shout out to all of our teachers and welcome back. Welcome back, teachers. Happy August. Happy Child Release Month, parents. Happy Child Release Month, parents. Okay. Because this is August, and because we got all of these parents dropping off their wonderful, fabulous children, I want to take a second and shout out to all of our teachers that are showing up, because if y'all don't know, teachers actually have what's called pre-planning week, meaning while you and the kiddos are at home rubbing toes, the teachers are getting up and showing out. Okay, so again, I want to shout out to all of the teachers. But here's the thing though, back to school is very is exhausting, and like we already talked about, we have a lack of village these days. Things are not as they used to be. Teachers are not the way they used to be, and neither are the children, right? So we have to take into account that teachers and parents and everyone needs to learn to get along, right? We have a lot going on in our economy. We have a lot going on in the classroom, and we have a lot going on at home and in the streets and in the social media streets, right? We have a lot going on, okay? So we have to make sure that when we show up to these spaces, like the educational setting, that we are able to receive and be appreciative for our teachers, okay? All right. And not only our teachers, but also shout out to the coaches, okay? Shout out to the coaches, because the coaches be on it down, all right? Shout out to the whole school staff. Shout out to the principal, assistant principal, everybody, counselors, social workers, everybody, every single person. All right. All jokes aside, I do want to take this moment to shine a spotlight on special education. Special education. All right. Because there's a lot that I don't think people know this, and I don't think people really think about it. Not that, not to say that no one does not know this, but a lot of work goes into being special education teachers, right? So just, understand that there are two jobs, right? So for your, like, what you would say, like a regular teacher, right, would be one position, right? You just kind of show up and you just do one job, and you just kind of go with the flow, right? You go with your lesson, you go with, whatever that day has, but you've done the prep work with, doing your lesson plan, blah, blah, blah. And you're just going to go ahead and, whatever, right? And you might have a couple 504s in your classroom, right? Now, here's the thing. When it comes to special education in itself, there are what's called legalities, right? Say it with me, class. Legalities, okay? And what that means is because there are legalities, there are pressing priority things that have to be done. And let me just rewind and say this about special education teachers. Not only the two jobs that they do, because I said it, but I didn't specify. They are a teacher and they're a what's called a case manager, right? Okay, so case manager and a teacher. Now, since they are both of those things, which can exist independently, right? Because you can be a social worker, which, by the way, a case manager is another word for social worker. So you could be a social worker as a whole career, right? And you could be a gen ed, like math, history teacher, right? Just all by yourself, right? Now, imagine a special education teacher. They're doing a job of both, right? So that's why we're going to give it up for them. That's why we're going to give it up for them, right? We're going to give it up for them. Now, I want to also talk about policies, right? Because as we're going back into school and this is school season, I have to have and support and be a part of that society that I was talking about when it comes to being in the village. OK, we have to make sure that when it comes to policy, right? And I'm talking about strictly like school district. I'm not talking about government policy, at least not right now. That's for the fine print a little bit later. So when we talk about things like policy, right, we have to get into the weeds about like school policy and, you know, superintendent mandates and things like that, right? Now, I do want to inform people that that there are certain things that we can't get around. For the state of Georgia, in case you did not know, there is this thing that I think I said last week, if I'm not mistaken, but you know, people don't listen anyway, so it don't matter. So there's this thing in the state of Georgia where you put your phone down and you can't get back on it. And it's a law that prevents all students from bringing like not only cell phones, but also tablets, smartwatches, what is it? Like the smart glasses, you got smart socks, what else? Anything. You got a smart ceiling fan? Yes, you can't bring that either. So understand that the policy is the policy, okay? Now, I'ma just have admin back real quick because I got a couple parents. I know a couple parents that, you know, you want to fight with people. No, don't come up here and fight with nobody, right? Don't get nobody no hard time over no policy, right? It's in black and white. It's in a fine print. You got to read, okay? Now, teachers, parents, if you need, more so parents, if you need a copy of your student's code of conduct, please visit your local district's website, okay? It is written right there in legality in black and white fine print, okay? So make sure you guys stay up on different policies in your student's code of conduct. I am telling you that and reporting live from the Teachers Lounge, and that is our show, okay? And with that being said, we have to take a quick break, all right? And I want you to go to talk to Yo Mama, because that's the name of this next song by the Red Music Records, like Yo Mama, all right? Okay, all right, we'll be right back, okay? We'll be back in 5, all right? We'll be back, right back.
And lately I found myself speaking more like my mama, thinking more like my mama, playing these niggas like mama. She used to say, baby, watch 'em, men gon' show you who they are. Don't fall in love with potential if he can't afford your heart. I ain't arguing no more, I just observe and adjust. Let him think he running game, whole time I'm 3 moves up. I used to love with my eyes closed, now I peep the signs quicker. Used to get a benefit, now I calculate the picture. Ooh, I hear a voice in my head, don't you let that man play you. If he moving funny, baby, fall back and let him expose. I'm smoother with it now, I don't react, I respond. He think he got me figured out, whole time I'm gone, speaking more like my mama, thinking more like my mama, playing these niggas like mama. She said keep your own money, never beg for a seat. If he wants you, he gon' show you ain't chasing no man's feet. Now I smile and let him talk, let him flex, let him lie. Men love a mystery, so I give him just enough to try. I don't crash out, I don't press, I just step back and let him chasing armor, I ain't bitter, I'm just better. Guess I'm turning to my mama. Ooh, I hear a voice in my head. Don't you let that man play you. If he moving funny, baby, fall back and let him expose. I'm smoother with it now. I don't react, I respond. He think he got me figured out. Whole time I'm gone, speaking more like my mama, thinking more like my mama, playing these niggas like mom. She was right, I hate that she was right. Every lesson hit different when you live it in real life. I ain't hard, I'm just wise. Ain't cold, I'm composed. I don't need revenge, I just let them lose. And lately I found myself smiling like my mama, walking away like mama, playing it cool like mama. It's about that time. Got money on my mind. I won't give up till I make it. Got money on my mind. No sleep, late nights, blueprints in my sight. Every loss turn lesson in my vision airtight. They doubted my grind, said I'm wasting my prime. But pressure makes diamonds, watch me perfectly shine. I'm betting on me, no safety design. If I fall, I rebuild it stronger every time. I done sacrificed comfort, had to cut off distractions. Tunnel vision locked in, turning dreams into action. It's about that time, yeah, the tables gon' turn. All the bridges I built, yeah, I waited my turn. Got money on my mind, but it's bigger than cash. It's freedom for my future and breaking the past. I remember them days when the pockets was thin. Had faith in the mirror when I getting fit in. Now I move with intention, every step calculated. I ain't chasing approval, I'm building something sacred. They watch how I move, now the energy shift. Used to overlook me, now they noticing quick. Still I stay 10 toes, never fold under pressure. Success feel better when you earned every measure. It's about the time. It's about that time. It's about that time. It's about that time. It's about that
I'll acquire the world, piece by piece, year by year. I say everything makes sense when you finally get here. Bank numbers endless, attention endless, rooms full, still I pretend. But what does it mean? Yeah, what does it mean if I don't have you in the end? I could have it all in my hands, still be losing you. They call this a dream come true, but it don't feel true. I keep climbing higher, still chasing the light, trying to outrun the dark. Every wind feels hollow when you're not in my arms. Bank numbers endless, attention endless, but none of it feels true. So what does it mean? Tell me, what does it mean if I don't have it? I could have it all in my hands, still be losing you, and call this a dream come true, but it don't feel true. I keep climbing higher, still looking back for you. Tell me what it means if I don't have you. If I lose you on the way, was I ever really there? If success cost your name, it's more than I can bear. I don't need the world if it comes without your touch. I'd rather have you here than ever had too much. I could have it all in my hands, still be losing you. So tell me what it means if I don't have you. If I don't have you. You had me fighting for a love that wasn't real, trying to fix a heart you didn't want to feel. I kept holding on, hoping you would change, but loving you was costing me everything. You left me broken, thought I'd fall apart, but walking away was the best place to start. Every tear I cried was clearing out the pain. Every lonely night was teaching me your name. Ain't worth the hurt, ain't worth the time. I found me on the other side. Thought you had to lose you just to win myself. Thought you had to choose me over someone else. You were the lesson, not the blessing. Baby, look at me now. Boy, I'm loving harder than I ever did. Boy, you're living stronger than I ever lived. You were a chapter, not the end. I'm better in the end. Oh, I look back, I finally understand. You were holding me down more than holding my hand. I gave you all of me, you gave me half of you, but now my heart beats louder in the truth. And when I think about how far I've come, losing you was the best thing I've ever done. Every tear I cried was washing you away. Every lonely night was leading to today. And now I see so clearly why I had to let your love pass me by.
All right. Yas. All right. Look, so go ahead and sit on back down. We are back, y'all. We are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. Hope you got you some snacks. We are back. We are back. Grab you some more snacks and tell a friend. Like, and I'ma say it. Subscribe. All right. To MJTV on YouTube, streaming and only exclusively the Majestic MJ experience. All right. Yeah, I already know what time it is. Entertainment, news, and discovery, music, movies, television, streaming, and live performances, which, by the way, so speaking of live performances, I actually did not get a chance to even cover with us as a collective the BET Awards this year, and I'm not going to right now. However, I will say that Keke Palmer and Drewski, the original Drewski, not the one on Housewives, did a very phenomenal job, I think, hosting. And I'm gonna say honorable mention Keke Keep It Back Palmer, because she definitely, you know, made that skit look like it wasn't a skit with Drewski, and I thought that was cute. And I also feel like for 2027 next year, we should have Keke Palmer. Keke should go ahead and host the BET Awards, I think, in my opinion. However, that's not what I want to talk about. So for the cut this week, I must mention the breakdown. So I did get a chance to listen. I think when we last left off, I was talking about Ariana Grande's Pedal was about to drop her most recent album, and we're gonna start with that. She did her Thug Thizzle. She put her whole cat in that album. I don't think that she could have done too much of anything better. You got to keep in mind that Ariana Grande has been doing this for a very, very long time now. How long of a time she's been doing it for, just to put it into perspective, very unbecoming of me. Just to put it into perspective, she started Ariana Grande with Nickelodeon, and from Nickelodeon, she was on this very, very big show, Victorious, newsflash. So she was on Victorious, where she was a very phenomenal actress, very funny, very, you know, very good comedic timing, and just very, very entertaining overall as an actress. So good an actress that when she started to break into her musical career with My Everything, was it My Everything? Her first album was My Everything. And when she first started with that, she got backlash, I'm sorry. So just to put that into perspective, she has grown such a huge fan base just from doing the thing that she does the best, singing. And Miss Grande has great star screens with Wicked Part 1 and 2, which has had me in a chokehold since it's been released. And this album that she just released is no slouch, you know. I listened to every track, and you know what? It would be so fun if I did like some type of review on that. It would be fun. But I'm not going to right now at this moment. However, that would be fun though if I did, because I'm not gonna lie. I had a couple of skips. Let me look at my notes. So for Miss Pedal, which is Ariana Grande's 8th studio album. Okay, and guess what? It landed #1 on Billboard. Yeah, it landed #1 on Billboard. The hit single was "Hate That I Made You Love Me," and the follow-up from that was the next single, which was named after the album itself, which was called Petal. Miss Grande has been busy, and she's been in that studio. Now, I can't, it would be remiss of me to not mention all aspects of this album. Now, if you have listened and streamed, then leave me a comment, all right? Leave me let me know, all right? Just simply tell me on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. let me know what you thought if you listened to Petal. You know, let me know what you thought, because I want to know what you know. All right. The first song, it starts off with Kiss Me. The first song is Kiss Me. The second one is Hate That I Made You Love Me. The third one is Petal. The thing about that I did notice about this album is that it's not telling a story. At least not one that I or, you know, hundreds of thousands of social users were able to gather. That's one thing that with Ariana Grande's storytelling on her album, she tends to always come with a concept, and the concept itself did not really disappoint that much. I'm sorry. Okay, maybe it did disappoint a little bit. All right, so look, here's the thing. Oh my gosh. Listen, I just personally feel like that this album could have been a little bit better. I feel like that this album could have given a little more than what it gave. Her vocals, of course, did not disappoint. Now, there were not any ballads on the song. Her last album before Petal was it was Brighter Days Ahead. Right? Oh no. My producer just told me. Yeah, my producer just said something. Y'all still laughing? Like, what the? Y'all laugh? Oh, sorry. And I know y'all don't like me talking about Miss Grande. I know, but y'all will be okay. See, because here's the thing. I wasn't the only one who felt like this, right? Now, obviously, I could have blew up the spot, and I could have dropped some clips up here and showed y'all. I ain't gonna show y'all this week. I ain't gonna show you this time because I want to go there because I like the album Petal. I think that Petal gave very dark vibes. Now, if you know, since we in the cut, right? Since we talking about it, since we in the cut and we talking about it, American Horror Story, which airs this fall, American Horror Story, you know the Ryan Murphy show on FX that appears every July and every fall. American Horror Story is actually going to have Ariana Grande on for this season, right? It's going to have her on for this season. However, the thing about it is that she is not really herself. And I know, but you don't want to hear it. But here's the thing. It has to be said, you know. I care about health, obviously, you know, I care about mental health, you know, because we don't like talking about everyone, right? We don't like saying anything negative about, you know, the pop princess, but as much love as I have for her, I just really think that it's important that we make sure that we are cautious on the things that we say on social media. I do want to kind of take a moment to highlight that and uplift that, because from where I have seen social media comments go, I think people have the best intention and that people want to do better. Wait, hold on. Wait, am I live? I'm on 2. Oh, why? Oh God, I'm sorry. I'm like getting sidetracked. Anyway, so I know people on social media mean well, but it's just not cool to talk about somebody's physical appearance. It's not cool to talk about, like, you know, if you want to say something that's going to land positively, then a lot of times we feel the energy. Like, as humans, we can feel the energy, and you can feel when somebody's like just trying to dig on you, or if they're like actually trying to uplift you, right? Okay, all right, just making sure that that's known. Okay, first and foremost, I think that for Ariana's album, right, when you listen to it, okay, go listen so we can talk about it. You got to listen. That's the only way that this works. Okay, it's her latest album. Just go on ahead, listen, and while you at it, look up Red Music Records. I got their back. I love me some Red Music Records. I'm just gonna shout them out. Ariana Grande's album though also is very dark, and it was very heavy, you know. And guess what? And I wasn't the only one who felt like that on social media. I'm sorry, but I wasn't the only one who felt like that, right? The people on the TikTok have been saying that Miss Grande has never been the same since Wicked. Hey, I'm just here, right? I'm just doing my job. That's what the people saying. That is what the people saying. Since allegedly on Wicked set, there has been just this big old difference, you know. And we're not talking about physical appearance, okay? We're not doing that. Now, what I'm saying is there has just been this different, her aura is not the same. However, on the movie Meet the Fockers, because she's going to be on Meet the Fockers, right? Y'all know Meet the Fockers, and y'all know Ariana Grande. It's a good thing, but I'm noticing that we're not seeing a healthy Ariana. It's one thing if she is looking like herself, we can feel that, but it's something going on with our stars. And this is not the rabbit hole, so I'm not going to get into that type of talk because we in the cut right now. But I will say that things are not looking a little bit good over there, okay? I don't know what's going on with my girl, but I love me some Grande, okay? What is her fan base called? What is her? Seriously, do you know her fan base? The Unicorns? Is it the Unicorns? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't even know. Can I call myself her fan? The Ariana Aiders, the Baconators, I'm sorry. I'm done. All right, moving on. So Spider-Man new movie, Brand New Day, has aired and premiered on July 31st. Made its way to all of the theaters around the world, and we are happy to see it. I don't care what you gotta say. No, I don't care what you gotta say. It was a good movie. And I was reading what y'all was talking about. I know y'all don't like the VMAX. I get it. But I don't respect it. I don't care. I personally feel like that was a good... Listen, the plot was there, and y'all got to understand with Marvel, and you got to understand with the comics, that there is a build up, okay? There is going to be an Avengers, okay? And when the Avengers come out, you're gonna want these moments again. Need I remind everybody that sorry about that. When the last Avengers came out, what was the last movie called? Endgame. When the last Avengers movie came out, Endgame, all I seen 2 years later, take me back to that time. Oh, I wish I could see it all over again for the first time. Oh, please. Carisha, please. No, seriously. We have to be very, very appreciative of the movies that come out that are actually good. Spider-Man Brand New Day was good. It was good. And we're not going to act like it wasn't. Give me a 1 through 10 on how much you was feeling the movie when you watched it. All right. I'm trying to see something. Because I personally have been watching y'all on social media, and as I've been all up in the people business, I've been noticing that y'all like to pick movies apart in a way that is unethical and unlogical. You got to be fair, y'all, in your assessment. All right. Now I get it. There is, matter of fact, let's look up. Hold on real quick. We about to find out something. We about to see something. Hold on. We gonna look it up. We just gonna check it out. Cause this movie was good, but yeah, not having it. So There we go. All right. Let's see something. A 9. Who said a 9? Okay, all right. Okay, friend. I'll take that. So look, y'all. So critics and audiences. And thank you for that's my producer. What should I tell them your name is? Don't get him No. What is your producer? What's your name? This is my producer. Give it up for my producer, y'all. Give it up. Yeah, give me something for my producers. She's been holding it down over here in the studio. This is my producer, y'all. So anyway, no, y'all distracted me, and you're not gonna get away with it. So critics and audiences praised Tom Holland's strongest performance yet. Okay, they said that this is the gritty street level tone, though some people have been mentioning a slightly overstuffed crossover plot, and basically that's other words for saying that it's too much meat and it's too juicy and it tastes too good and we got too full. Basically, y'all are hating. Who even made this review? You know what? No beef, no shade. No, it's all good. It's okay. We don't want to fight. But let's see. Rotten Tomatoes gave my movie a 90%. It's not bad. It's not bad. It could be worse. Oh, but you know what? Speaking of, it had a very big opening, and I just seen something the other day. I'm gonna pull it back up. The numbers. They were saying, let me see, the box office numbers were really, really good. They said that even Sony themselves did not even see 1.6 billion globally. Ooh, I'm gonna be a little bit messy, y'all. Michael versus Spider-Man brand new day box office. I'm gonna be a little bit messy. All right, 1 billion worldwide in 6 days compared to the final thing of 1 point. Hey, I mean, I'm not mad at it. Let me see what y'all saying though. I'm not mad at it. Okay, I gotta say that, first of all, and he is pescatarian. If you did not know, I know that we're not, in the health chat right now, but if you did not know, yours truly is pescatarian, okay, and has been for a while. Don't worry about it. Don't try to get all of my business. It's about you. It ain't about me. Anyway, it ain't about neither one of us. It's about Michael and Spider-Man. I want to see who battled it out to be. So they're saying that Michael, I know the movie earlier this year, finished with 1.0 billion globally. All right. And then they're saying that Spider-Man Brand New Day earned over 1.6 billion within its first 2 weeks, which is amazing, and achieving the second fastest $1 billion milestone in cinematic history. Oh, behind Avengers Endgame. Oh, egg on y'all face. Didn't I tell y'all that movie was good? I told y'all that movie was good. I told y'all Endgame was good. And when it was over, y'all was like, oh, I want to see it all over again for the first time. No, y'all so fake. Because Brand New Day gonna make history. And guess what? It's gonna be like 5 years later. And then y'all gonna be all like, oh, I missed the movie. And I'm gonna be all like, don't nobody care. That's what y'all get. But nah, like seriously. So shout out to Ariana Grande, shout out to Red Muse Records. Y'all are killing it in the music scene. And shout out to my boy Tom Holland for doing his biggest one in the movies. He's been killing it. He's been doing his thing. All right. He's been doing his thing. All right. So shout out to him. All right. Guess what, y'all? It's time to get under the skin. So y'all was just trying to get all up in my business, talking about I'm pescatarian and whatnot, and in Indies, and what about it? And also, he don't drink sodas. Oh, is this soda? Oh no, this is water. So y'all already know what time this is. We gonna go ahead and get under the sheets and under the skin. All right. So here's the deal, guys. here is the deal. Y'all been nasty, basically. Y'all been real nasty, and y'all need to cut it out. Y'all been on everybody's body, and y'all been doing everything with everybody, and y'all need to cut it out. Y'all need to start strapping up, and y'all need to do the right thing because your mama raised you better than that. I know she did, and if she ain't raised you better than that, your auntie did. I know she did. And OG on the block, he said something better too. He was out in the street talking about wrap it up, young blood. Okay, so here's the thing though. We have to talk about the things that nobody wants to talk about. We got to have those uncomfortable conversations, right? Every now and again, I find it that I'm talking to a young person that is promiscuous, and I would like to say that we all was like that once upon a time, but whether we all were like that or not, because a lot of times when, as an older person, it don't matter the age gap, when you're talking to a person that's younger than you, typically those younger people, like, you know, like you try to tell somebody like, hey, you need to calm down, you need to wrap it up, you need to not do this, don't do that, you know, don't be out here having broken homes, don't be out here spreading this around, spreading that around, don't be out here getting don't do things like that. The thing about it is people always say, well, when you was that age, you wanted to, and you got to go through this phase and that. No, you don't always have to do that. Okay. That is why MJ is here. All right. I'm going to give it to you the way that you need it to be given to. All right. Like a little, all right. You got to understand that when it comes to using protection, it's there for a reason. And you got to understand that even though you can get something that is curable, you got to also understand that just because it's curable does not mean that your body is going to operate normally after. Okay. This is one of those times when we have to look at the fine print. Okay. Pun intended. We got to look at the fine print because it's the things that you don't read about that's going to affect you later. So if you don't know that sorry, very unbecoming of me. If you don't know, if you get something like such as chlamydia, right? And then you get it cured, right? Well, guess what? Later down the road, when you get to be older and your body is maturing and it's settling in and things like that, guess what's going to happen? Guess who's not going to have, guess who's going to be at risk for having a eye that don't work, or a limb that might fail, or an organ that wants to shut down or something, right? And I know that you don't want to hear it, but guess what? I don't care, because somebody need to tell you, because you out there being nasty, and I ain't gonna just let that happen. So what you need to know is condoms exist for a reason. Okay, RHOA is not law. Okay, all right. And then what you also need to know is that God's sending people for a reason. So if you hearing this, it's for a reason. Okay, all right. Message received? Yes, no. All right. Share in the chat 1 through 10 if you feel like everybody needs to go through a HOE phase. All right, because here's the thing about it. So many times, so often, we find ourselves in compromising positions. And I'm just going to say we, child. I'm just going to say we. Ooh, I'm going to put it on the ride. Where's the ride song? It's a ride song. Here. We going to play that. We're going to play that at a real low volume. Ride song. Okay. So understand that just because you can cure something does not mean that you should still go out and risk it, okay, for the biscuit. And just because you are young and popping don't mean you need to go out there and pop it, okay? All right, close your legs to married men, okay? Okay, all right. Should I move on, or was there another thing that I wanted to tell y'all today? I think that was all. I think hopefully you got the message, right? Don't be out here just giving it out, okay? She don't know what she doing. Don't do that. Know what you're doing, all right? Birth control. So under our current administration, and we're not in the fine print. I know. Before you even say it, we're not there yet. But when we get there, we got something else to talk about. So I'm gonna talk about this right now. So with our current administration, You are not allowed to buy birth control and what is it, preconception? Is it conception? Preconception?
No, preconception is come to.
So it's conception? Okay. Under our current administration, you're not able to buy conception like medication, right? Like I'm talking like our birth controls and things like that. You're not able to, at least not legally, at least not everywhere, okay? So be mindful of that as y'all are out here slinging it and popping it and throwing it. All right, I'm just saying. Don't say nobody ain't told you now. I'm telling you. And if you heard this, then you're hearing it for a reason. Okay. All right. That's all I got to say about that. That's my 2 cents on it. We just under the skin, under the sheets. I'm just letting you know. All right. Now, moving right along. We gotta talk about something. You know what they say, right? So they say that the devil is in the details, right? You gotta make sure, because we're talking about mental health mattering today, we're gonna talk about the fine print in mental health mattering, okay? If you got something to add, go ahead and drop it right now. I want us to keep that village open over here in Majesty Land. So share with your fellow Majesties if you got something to add about mental health mattering, okay? Now, while y'all do that, I'ma just go ahead and tell y'all about my little things and my little notes that I took. Now, I want y'all, because we talked about earlier, if you remember, for today's mental health note today, if you remember class, we were talking about looking for the signs of functional burnout, right? When you're still functioning, but you're burnt out, right? Now we're going to double down and talk about the fine prints on that, okay? So the things to look out for is going to be irritability, emotional numbness, constant exhaustion, procrastination. It's given that I'm in a room with these things, withdrawing from people, and losing excitement for things that you're normally happy over, and feeling overwhelmed by simple tasks. So pay attention to changes in yourself before your body forces you. I want to tell y'all, of course, I always got a story. So I'm gonna just go ahead and tell y'all, I don't know if y'all like, so because I'm a zillennial and I know that we talking like to different generations, look, drop a crown if you can follow with what I'm about to tell you. So remember when Toni Braxton's story came out, that Lifetime movie? And remember when they were saying that, what they was talking about, she had lupus and she had kept on working. She didn't want to stop working and she was a workaholic. It was around the time she had her son, who, you know, he is such a beautiful person. He happens to have autism, which is okay. But you know, the story's about her and she didn't want to stop working. Okay. Don't be like Miss Braxton, because even Miss Braxton, as successful as she is, health is wealth. Okay. You only get one body. Your body is your temple, okay? Your body is your temple. So take care of it so it can take care of you, all right? All right, thank you. Drop some thingies, drop some crowns in the chat if you rocking with what I'm saying, all right? If I'm spitting that real, then drop some chats and let me know that it's real, okay? I also want to say, as far as the signs of functional burnout, is when you feel yourself coming on and experiencing like irritability and emotional numbness and constant exhaustion and procrastination, and you find yourself kind of going away from people and going away from those activities that you love to do so much. You have to dig deep and look around your circle and understand exactly what it is that is making you feel the way that you feel. You have to do the work, and you have to talk to somebody. I personally have a therapist. Just put y'all in my business a little bit. I think that everybody should have a therapist. Okay, I'm using I think statements because I went to therapy, right? That's what you do. You have to be very mindful about the way that you take care of this, because I see a lot of people that take care of the physical and the people that they go to work out and they go to do what they need to do, all like, all throughout the week, right? But that's not more important than this. This is your powerhouse. If this is gone, you don't have anything else. Okay. So, and also, if you have not done it already, I also offer services. It is called Mojo. And if you would like to chat with me on the side about mental health mattering, please go ahead and sign up for Mojo. The link will be in the description, or when you watch the playback, go ahead and follow on Instagram at MarvinRansom, like Mary, JR, Marvin Ransom Jr. at... Oh, I'm sorry. That's Instagram. Seriously, if you need a friend or if you just want to talk, I do offer services. It is through Mojo, and you will find me on Instagram, Marvin Ransom Jr. Okay, that is where you can sign up for Mojo. All right. Now, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and close out on the fine print and go ahead and move on to our second to the last conversation. So, y'all know what's bringing the stars is a lot of stuff, but we ain't gonna get into all of that tonight because I gave that to y'all last time. Tonight, I want us to focus a little bit more on predictions. So, the possible areas to look out for. The possible areas to look out for on this week, if you are the certain signs that I'm going to call out in just a second, are resentment, guilt, fear, old relationships, perfectionism, and the need for approval, and an outdated version of yourself. Okay, because guess what? Sometimes the next chapter does not require you to become somebody new. All right, it requires you to stop carrying everything from the old chapter. Okay. That is written in the stars for the following signs, which are cardinal signs, which are basically another word for people that take charge. Okay, that's going to be your Cancers, your Libras, your Aries, and your Capricorn. Okay, that was Capricorn, Cancer, Libra, and one more, child, Aries. Okay, if you're any one of those four signs, then this message is for you. I will say it again. Sometimes the next chapter does not require you to become somebody new. It only requires you to stop carrying everything from the old chapter. And those things are the need for approval, an outdated version of yourself, perfectionism, fear, guilt, old relationships, and resentment. Okay, we got it. We good. Any questions? Drop it down below. All right. Now, with that being said, we got to move on to the cut of the week. And it's going to be none other than yours truly, clocked in by the one, the only Red Muse of Records. Okay, play. And I'm down.
Nola, baby. Okay. Hey, yo. Clocked in early, I ain't miss a day. Feet hurt bad, but the bills gotta get paid. Boss talks talking crazy, I just look away. Cause I know when that check hit, I'm straight. Hair tied up, nails still done. Running up a bag, I don't wait on none. Everybody tired, but I'm still on go. 40 hour down, still ready for more.
How many hours you did today? How many hours you did today? I did 40 hours this week. 40 hours this week.
40 hours, 40 hours. Woo. I've been on my feet. 40 hours, 40 hours. Woo. Still looking sweet. Work all day, still stepping at night. If the money right, then the mood right. 40 hours, 40 hours. 40 hours, 40 hours. Run it up quick. 40 hours, 40 hours. I don't never quit. If you ain't talking money, don't talk to me. I done worked all week, now I'm outside free. Double shift, yeah, I had to stay late. Counting every dollar, every move I make. You were chilling, I was making no way. Now you see me shining, what you gotta say? Rent paid up, light stay on. I ain't asking nobody, I did it on my own. Real ones grind, we don't complain. We just clock in, clock out, do it again.
How many hours you did today?
How many
hours you did today?
I did 40 hours this week.
Tell them.
I did 40 hours this week. business, had to make a way. Okay. Kids fed, bills paid, everything straight. Now it's Friday night, baby, I can't wait. All week working, no sleep. On my grind, gotta eat. Now the weekend, where you at? Throw it back, make it clap. I earned this, don't play with me. All that work, now I'm out. I'd free from the clock to the club, that's the plan. Work hard, then I party, you heard me, man. 40 hours, 40 hours. I've been on my feet. 40 hours, 40 hours. It is still looking sweet. Work all day, still stepping at night. If the money right, then the mood right. Hey, who working? Me. Who paid? Me. Who tired but still outside? Me. Say run that check. Run that check. Run that check. Run that check. Don't hold back.
How many hours you did today? How many hours you did today? I did 40 hours this week. 40 hours this
I did 40 hours this week. Baby, I gotta go. I'm clocked in. Work, work, work. Work, work. Nola, baby. Okay. Hey, yo. Clocked in early, I ain't miss a day. Feet hurt bad, but the bills gotta get paid. Boss talks talking crazy, I just look away. Cause I know when that check hit, I'm straight. Hair tied up, nails still done. Running up a bag, I don't wait on none. Everybody tired, but I'm still on go. 40 hour down, still ready for more.
How many hours you did today? How many hours you did today? I did 40 hours this week. 40 hours this week.
40 hours, 40 hours. I've been on my feet. 40 hours, 40 hours. Still looking sweet. Work all day, still stepping at night. If the money right, then the mood right. 40 hours, 40 hours. 40 hours, 40 hours. Run it up quick. 40 hours, 40 hours. I don't never quit. If you ain't talking money, don't talk to me. I done worked all week, now I'm outside free. Double shift, yeah, I had to stay late. Counting every dollar, every move I make. You were chilling, I was making no way. Now you see me shining, what you gotta say? Rent paid up, light stay on, I ain't asking nobody, I did it on my own. Real ones grind, we don't complain. We just clock in, clock out, do it again.
How many hours you did today?
How many
hours you did today?
I did 40 hours this week.
Tell them,
I did 40 hours this week. Hey, overtime I've been clocking late. Running up a business, had to make a way. Okay. Kids fed, bills paid, everything straight. Now it's Friday night, baby, I can't wait. All week working, no sleep. On my grind, gotta eat. Now the weekend, where you at? Throw it back, make it clap. I earned this, don't play with me. All that work, now I'm out. I'd free from the clock to the club, that's the plan. Work hard, then I party, you heard me, man. 40 hours, 40 hours. I've been on my feet. 40 hours, 40 hours. It is still looking sweet. Work all day, still stepping at night. If the money right, then the mood right. Hey, who working? Me. Who paid? Me. Who tired but still outside? Me. Say run that check. Run that check. Run that check. Run that check. Don't hold back.
How many hours you did today? How many hours you did today? I did 40 hours this week. 40 hours this
I did 40 hours this week. Baby, I gotta go. I'm clocked in. Work. Nola, baby. Okay. Hey, yo. Clocked in early, I ain't miss a day. Feet hurt bad, but the bills gotta get paid. Boss talks talking crazy, I just look away. Cause I know when that check hit, I'm straight. Hair tied up, nails still done. Running up a bag, I don't wait on none. Everybody tired, but I'm still on go. 40 hour down, still ready for more.
How many hours you did today? How many hours you did today? I did 40 hours this week. 40 hours this week.
40 hours, 40 hours. I've been on my feet. 40 hours, 40 hours. Still looking sweet. Work all day, still stepping at night. If the money right, then the mood right. 40 hours, 40 hours. 40
Yo, 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 I've been on my feet. Hey, hey. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but that right there hit the spot for me. It's gonna always hit the spot for me. Y'all had way too much fun today. I ain't gonna lie, like I feel like this show in particular. I had a lot of fun. But aside from that, so let me go ahead and give my notes for today. I gotta say, things are going very crazy in pop world. We haven't even scratched the surface. So if you thought today's show was a lot, welcome to Majestic MJ. The experience. We have a lot more coming out, but I'm just going to say this. Real Housewives of Atlanta season 17 reunion part 2 airs next Sunday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I will be watching on my link. And I'll also be following the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. I'm going to try not to be biased because I know who I'm watching it for. But I do think that there are other awesome franchises too. You know, obviously we talked about Atlanta today, but I think that Potomac is great. I think that Chad, don't give me the line, but I think that Salt Lake City is also a very phenomenal franchise. Oh, and you know what? I actually never talked about the Real Housewives of Rhode Island, actually. I think that is actually another, that show is really good too. That's a very phenomenal show too. I give them credit for going on, you know, finding another place in the East Coast because they already had New York and they already had another place in the East Coast. Who? No, it was in the East Coast. What was the other one in the East Coast? No, East Coast. No, it's not one. Well, I mean, New York is the one, but then Rhode Island. Are those the only two? I think those are the only two, y'all. Those are the only two East Coast. Anyway, I'm digressing. I know. Anyway, so Salt Lake City is good. I watched Potomac as well. I watched Rhode Island. I watched Dubai when it was out. We don't have it anymore, unfortunately. But when you see this, Andy, listen, I'm telling you, okay, the people miss it. We miss it, and we want you to get Dubai back on the screens. And we just think that you got all of this power. But make sure that y'all tune into Housewives of Atlanta, and make sure you tune into Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. No, not sponsored, but they air and premiere at, I believe, starting 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Maybe not. Let's see what else. That is all for Bravo. And I will give Miss Ariana Grande's Petal another listen. I listened to the whole thing, like back to back. Oh, let me use this. I listened back to back actually. And I do recommend that you guys go out and listen. It has my vote. One thing I did not do with us, one thing we didn't do this time is we did not go through our list. Like, I feel so bad. We didn't even do it, but we're going to do it next time. We were supposed to have like this list. We got like a top 5 list or whatever. I got more tracks that I want to show y'all. Some of them are mainstream, some of them are not. But that is the whole beauty of our Majestic MJ and Majesty's connection, because we only got for all the people, not just the big people. But for Petal, I wanted to give my top 3 tracks, right? And this is the album cover. Hold on. Can you see? Hold on. Can you see this? Oh, you can't see this. You ain't gonna be able to see that. Don't even worry about it. But my top one is Kiss Me and Hate That I Made You Love Me, Petal. And I gotta say, Never Get Over Me too. Never Get Over Me is good. Nowhere Nobody. So I think that Nowhere Nobody, Kiss Me, Hate That I Made You Love Me, and Petal, those are all very good tracks to start with on that album. And then of course I also have to say Red Muse Records is always gonna get you straight. Honestly, I have like downloaded so many. I think I probably can make my own little mixtape at this point, but definitely go check out Miss Ariana Grande. Definitely go check out Red Muse Records. Both can be found on Apple Music, Spotify, and wherever you stream and listen to your music. And with that being said, I also want to say Spider-Man. it's just always gonna hit for me. You know, I actually, yours truly was the biggest Spider-Man fan growing up, and I'm not alone in that sentiment, clearly, because he has broken the box office numbers. And also shout out to my boy Spider. Shout out to Tom Holland and Zendaya and their wedding. I'm sorry. Shout out to them. I completely forgot that they even tied the knot because they were just so private. But yeah, shout out to them, and shout out to everything they got going on. I think it's very awesome that they're like this like super private couple. You know, that's really good for them. I do think that it is worth going back to see it. I would have to agree. It's definitely worth going back to see Spider-Man again for the second time. This time when I go back, I want to see it in 3D. So I'm excited for that experience, and I will let y'all know what else I see that's good at the movies when I come back one next time. Don't forget that if you are a Cancer or a Capricorn or an Aries or an Libra, I want you to know that you guys have to make sure that you are being very mindful and very intentional about what you do in this chapter. Okay, be very mindful. All right, don't say nobody told you, because I'm telling you right now. All right, that is my editor's note. Also, one last thing: stop being nasty. Just because you young, I mean, you need no HOE phase. I agree with you, and I want to see it in 4DX too, actually. I want to get that. I want to do that because I need that. I'm gonna make myself less busy because I think that y'all deserve to get like early previews, and I actually be getting invited to those types of things, but my schedule is always complicated, but I'm going to uncomplicate it for us. All right. Don't go out here spreading it, dropping it low and spreading it wide just because you can, just because you ain't got no cranks and you ain't cracking no bones when you get up. All right. That is my editor notes. All right, so I don't have nothing else for ya. I love ya, and it is time to go. Okay, so that being said, kisses, toodles, mwah, 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 mwah. I'll see you on the next go.
Nola, baby, I'm taking. Hey, yo! Clocked in early, I ain't miss a day. Feet hurt bad, but the bills gotta get paid. Boss talks talking crazy, I just look away, cause I know when that check hit, I'm straight. Hair tied up, nails still done. Running up a bag, I don't wait on none. Everybody tired, but I'm still on go. 40 hours down, still ready for more.
How many hours you did today? How many hours you did today? I did 40 hours this week. 40 hours this week.
40 hours, 40 hours. I've been on my feet. 40 hours, 40 hours. Still looking sweet. Work all day, still stepping at night. If the money right, then the mood right. 40 hours, 40 hours. 40 hours, 40 hours. Run it up quick. 40 hours, 40 hours. I don't never quit. If you ain't talking money, don't talk to me. I done worked all week, now I'm outside free. Double shift, yeah, I had to stay late. Counting every dollar, every move I make. You were chilling, I was making no way. Now you see me shining, what you gotta say? Rent paid up, light stay on, I ain't asking nobody, I did it on my